What the heck does this mean? It's going crazy.
Hi guys, and welcome to Photomikes Garage. Just wanted to make a quick video today just to update you guys on what I'm doing with the Camaro. I recently installed an oil pressure gauge, and within the same idea is that I'm going to install a new air-fuel ratio gauge. I got this nice and rather expensive AEM air-fuel ratio gauge because I think that this motor runs rich all the time. The old spark plug sort of showed that, and I just want to find out what's happening with this car. And of course, I can use this as a tuning aid to dial in the carburetor as well. So I've just always wanted that, and so now I'm doing it. Now I got the AEM gauge because after looking at everything that's available on Amazon and eBay, there's basically two choices. You get something super cheap for $70, which has bad reputation, which lasts maybe a month and then it stops working, or you get quality, right? Quality is AEM, Autometer, and various other ones, and for that you got to pay. You got to pay over $200 for that. There's no way around that. At least up here in Canada we do. So I got this nice gauge. Now, one of the things that always stopped me from getting a gauge like this is that you have to weld in a bung into your exhaust system to put the sensor so it can read the oxygen that's in the exhaust. And for that, you got to weld. Now, you can always get someone to do this for you. They also nowadays have a kit where it attaches with metal bands and you don't have to weld, but that's not obviously very good. And I have a welder, so there's no reason why I cannot weld. Now, I was trying to weld before and doing a very poor job. And I recently got a little bit better, but not good, as you will soon see. Okay, there's my bung. Not pretty. I agree, and I'm kind of ashamed to show this to you, but I did it. I did it. I was trying to take care of any possible pinholes, and there still might be some sort of problem, but anyway, the basic point is that I feel pretty good about doing this because it was a little scary, and also doing it underneath the car with very limited room is very difficult while you're wearing the helmet and the whole bit. Doing it out there in the garage when I was practicing, a lot easier. Anyway, so the bung is on. Now we're going to install our oxygen sensor, and then we're going to run the wires up and into the car. Okay, I've got the oxygen sensor installed and tightened, and I'm just connecting it to by cables. I'm just strapping this to the existing wires I have here, and that's going to take it up to the firewall up there. Okay, I brought the wiring up through this conduit into a hole and a grommet that's right behind my wiper motor, so it's inside the car. Okay, so it came out through the firewall right there, and I brought it over and past the console, and here's my gauge. Now, I don't have it mounted because I need to have this door wide open in order to get in here. I'm going to mount the gauge right here, and I can't really do that because I'm in the garage right now. So for now, so it's going to be mounted here, but for now I've just got it situated right here. So there's two harnesses. One was the harness that came in from the oxygen sensor, and another harness that just supplied the negative and the positive. So I have one harness here that gives me a negative and positive, and then this harness here, which is coming from the oxygen sensor. Very simple wiring, no problem at all. Now, what I want to do is test it and see if it works. So that means I'm going to be starting the car and watching the air fuel gauge to see where I'm at when I start the car. Okay, here we go. Key in the ignition. Okay. Our gauge has woken up. POO, yeah, so that does. This actual gauge is adjustable. You can actually make it read lambda and various other fuels. Right now it's set for air fuel ratio for gasoline. So because that's what I'm used to, but you can be set to different standards or scales, if you will. Anyway, since the car's not on, it defaults to this position after it's got going. My new oil pressure gauge, yes. Now let's pump the gas and then start the car. Starts up. Sounds terrible. Not firing on all cylinders, that's for sure. Oh, it's running lean, super lean. Gotta give it some gas to keep it going. It always starts very difficult. Never happy when it starts. See, it's running lean. Gotta give it some gas. All over the place. Wow. Of course, I got no choke on this carb, so that's one of the reasons why it's doing this. So I gotta richen it up with my right foot. Okay, the temperature's coming up. That's good. She's idling by herself, a little rough, still a little cold. And if we look at our air fuel gauge, it's all over the place. It's pretty lean. It ranges from 14 to 17, going back and forth. Now the question is that normal? I just don't know. That's the reason why I got this gauge, so I want to find out what's happening with my motor, the good or the bad, because any information I can get, it's going to be good. It can help me tune the carburetor. Maybe the carburetor's got a problem, I don't know. It's all over the place. Alright guys, there you have it. The AEM air fuel ratio gauge is installed, and it was an easy install. And I'm really happy that I was able to do the welding and get that installed. But what do you guys think about the readings on idle with my motor? It seems like it's running kind of lean at idle. I've got the mixture screws out quite a bit. It doesn't seem to make any difference at all. So if you have any ideas if that's normal or not, please let me know in the comments below. So thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I'll see you later. The exhaust does sound interesting though.